That's right, everyone. I live in Massachusetts. And guess what there is in Massachusetts? That's right. Salt. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the entirety of the rear subframe. Entirety on the Mazdaspeed because it's so rusty. And I've never undercoated it, and the previous owner lived in Pennsylvania, which is worse than here. So we're gonna replace as much rusty components as we can. We're gonna undercoat the entire car. Alrighty guys, one side's off. So I thought these bushings were really bad, but they're actually really good. I think they're aftermarket. They were changed at some point, so I'm gonna leave them be. I know I could get some nice polyurethane ones, but these are nice. I mean, even these ones have been changed recently, so. But these ones we'll be switching. They're pretty bad, so geez, they're really bad. Alrighty everyone, the hubs are off with the actual main hub mount, whatever they're called. It actually went pretty well. I only broke one bolt, and it was just a sensor 10 mil right here that would sit, and it connected this guy, the e-brake. So that's broken. No biggie. We'll figure that one out later. So here's your subframe. The next thing I did was disconnect. Let me show you guys. So this is gonna come down with us. I think it's the evap system. So there's two connections. This one right here, which would come off just like you would take off your high pressure fuel pump. If you've ever done that, you know, you pull back the outsides and you stick a screwdriver and pull it down. Just be careful. And then back here, there's also the top evap system. That one's pretty difficult. You basically, I'll show you guys when I take the subframe off, but you push on both sides and take it out. I actually ended up sticking a screwdriver in there and pushing that way. It wasn't too bad, but you guys will figure it out. And lastly, actually the most difficult part was this sensor right here. I don't know what this is actually, but so it's this guy right here. This one's pretty difficult to take out. You obviously just push the it's like a regular clip sensor, but it's pretty difficult because it's pretty far in there. There's also a little connection right here where the cable goes, so just make sure you get that out too. Lengthen the cable, you know, because it's also connected to the subframe. Other than that, I think we're ready to take some bolts off. there's a lot of connections that I missed. So more evaps, sensors, and there's just a bunch. I just broke them all accident. I mean, I wanted to fix them, but I'll show you guys in a sec. But just a lot of these holes where these little plastic things come out from. Cool. All right, let's take this out of here. All right, yeah, I know it's a little dark, but so I'm trying to get the evap system out. I think there's 3 bolts, 2 here, 1 underneath, which I'll eventually get to. So I was unable to untighten this somewhat, and then it just kind of like broke. I think the threads broke, but that's fine because I could just cut it.
Boy, on a real hesitation creeping in, but you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires are so real. Got me caught.
Alright guys, quick update. So a lot of off-camera things happened, so I took everything off, sanded that down, wire wheeled it, whatever, painted it. Our hoses for the evap system are kind of just falling apart here. It's like crumbling in my hand, so we're gonna get new ones of those. While I was taking off a sensor, the bolt broke, so this would also be here at the same time. So I'm gonna grind this down, cut a new just cut a bolt, weld it on, and that'll also be attached. This is it, everyone. This is everything that the subframe needs. I got lower control arms, painted all the stuff. Kind of forgot about these control arms, but that's alright. We got the bolts that we couldn't find. We got more bolts that were broken, and I have an issue that I'll explain later. Everything's off. There's some bolts sitting over there, and that rubber piece that we need to put on here, and then we can finally install this. The car's been sitting for a while for parts to come, but it's here. Let's do it.
All right, everyone, little update. So the new subframe is in here. Let me just show you what kind of work I did. So the evap system is attached. All the cables in here are also fully attached. So we have the fuel air line right there. We have another line there. There's more lines connected up here. We have our sensor for the suspension attached as well. I had to drill some holes because one hole matched, one didn't for the spot. So I did that. I welded. I couldn't get this clip was on over here, so I welded that for the evap system. Let me show you on the. So a few things that didn't match were the following. It was these 2 bolts. They were kind of shifted over, and there was one here and the other one wasn't. This bolt did not, this area did not exist on the new frame. I think because it's a Mazdaspeed 3 and the Mazda 3 one is different. So I got a new, I just cut a bolt, welded it on, and put the bracket on. It's a simple bracket just for the evap system sensor. Couldn't get these off, so I got new ones. As you can see right here, bought new ones. They're about 20 bucks on eBay for 2 new bolts. So initially it came dented, the subframe, so I contacted the seller and they were like, okay, we'll send, it's right here. Came dented. I contacted the seller. They're like, is it gonna impede with the drivability? I was like, probably not. And they were like, so I got a discount on that. I think it was 30 bucks off. And then I was like, hey, like, you said it fits the OEM car, but the bolts are different, so I have to go buy new bolts. And they're like, okay, let me give you 20 bucks off. So I got that. So I got new bolts. It was just about 20 bucks for new ones. So
All right. I thought this was going to be an easy job. The frame hole, bolt hole, is stripped, and I kind of knew that because whoever the previous owner was put a lot of lube, like I don't know what they did, but it had been taken off this bolt right here, and there was so much lube there. So, and I tightened it and it wouldn't tighten, so we officially have an issue. I've gotten a bigger bolt. It's a 14 millimeter instead of a 12 millimeter. I've tried tapping the original, getting it better. It still skips. Got a 14 millimeter tap, the right drill bits, and now we gotta drill and tap our frame, which is stressful, guys. All right, guys, so that was the most stressful thing I've done in a while. But our bolt, we got a 14 millimeter 1.5 thread that I drilled and tapped into the frame, and I put some Loctite on it, but it tightens really well, so I'm really happy with that. So we're back to normal. Car is off the jacks right now, off those jack stands, so it's fully loaded on the subframe, and I'm now torquing everything down, because you're supposed to torque everything under load, so I'm gonna try and do everything right. All right, so this is the last bit we have to put on. It's the sway bar and the actual hubs with the assembly of the whatever that is. We also have end links for the sway bars. There's a couple things we have to do. Alrighty, it's now time to put some fluid film underneath the car. I washed it the other day, took the under panel off. It did rain. The good thing is this stuff is super forgiving. Like it says, even the instructions, may be applied over tightly adhering rust and damp surfaces, which is great. So I'm just gonna, any rust or peeling paint that I see, I will take off. Let's do it. Alrighty, here's the before. In the back, feel.